Peace family. So I'm back with another one. Today what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about how they will always suppress their energy and motion, their emotions, while we learn to grow and master our emotions. And what kind of dove me into this subject today is just kind of going through my circumference, you know what I mean, and just processing and seeing how certain people respond when you are responding, reacting, or just giving basic knowledge and information in a certain vibration that it feels unwelcoming to them. You know what I mean? A lot of people feel like, oh, you shouldn't be angry, you shouldn't be mad. Well, telling me I shouldn't be angry and I shouldn't be mad is like telling me I shouldn't be happy and I shouldn't be excited. Angry and mad is one of the same vibration. You know what I mean? They only a notch away from each other, just depending on what words you're using. And we are here to experience all these emotions. That's why we feel them and express them and experience them. So when you have a bunch of people around you who are constantly in a space of, you know, telling you, oh, don't be sad, or you shouldn't be mad, or you should, if you vibrate at your higher frequency, then you know how to cancel out half of your emotions. Think about how non-logical that makes. Makes no sense. It makes no logical sense. If you are more connected with Source, that means you are more connected spiritually, which means that your sensitivity is heightened, which is why we have like a whole lot of empaths out here who like either got abused in weird situations, or you have some who just kind of went through regular life, but they're extremely sensitive to the environment's energy, other people's energy. You know, they're aware of these things. Now, whether they vibing at their highest frequency or trying to get to their highest frequency is a whole nother level. But we're supposed to experience all emotions. I had a space that I was going into yesterday where I had some attacks coming, right? I'm one of them people that like, I've been a fighter, I've been boxing, I've been doing, I know the physical violence realm, all aspects, you know what I mean? And the spiritual too. But what happened was, when you get into fights, right? I don't care how tough you are, how strong, how solid you are. Somebody catch you in the right spot, you're gonna feel it. Now, I'm not saying that that's gonna knock you out or take you down or put you out of commission, but you will feel that blow. You know what I mean? So just because you feel the blow and experience it, don't mean that you out of the fight, they can count you down or count you out. You know what I mean? That's just a ramification of what is the word that I want to use? It's another, we got this airplane coming, start throwing me off. But it was another word that I wanted, the cause and effect. That's what I was going for, the cause and effect. Y'all know I don't get mad at the airplanes. That's a time where, you know, the viewers, everybody watching can just kind of zone into the locations. You know, if I really wanted to shut airplanes down, I would just film inside. But that, to me, that's dull. Everybody does that. You know what I'm saying? If my life is difficult already, my daily walk, what difference do it make if this step is a little bit trickier? You know what I'm saying? It just teaches me how to master my energy, like I was just discussing. When I first started being outside doing this, it did used to get a little frustrating because the town that I'm in, the city that I'm in, they do have an airport and a bunch of private planes. So it's a lot of money out here where I'm at. So it's a lot of people with private planes, and they can just fly wherever the hell they want to all times of day. I can get out here early in the AM. Somebody's gonna be around. I could be on the other side of town. I don't even have to be in the airline path. It's just a lot of airplanes naturally the way this town / city is built. You know what I mean? But that was also an example of how we're not suppressing. So I'm giving you examples of how we practice and we work on things to master our emotions, and how we look and knowledge, feel, see things. But then you have the opposite side of the spectrum where they're suppressing their emotions. You know what I mean? So these people who are focused on suppressing their emotions, their number one go-to saying is, I just want to be happy. That is a temporary emotion. I was just telling somebody this the other day. This is a quiet private plane. One day I'm gonna have my angles sitting differently so y'all can actually see how this traffic operates up here. But they love that statement, I just want to be happy. I'm focused on my happiness. Happy, 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 happy. It kind of reminds me of that birthday song at one of them restaurants where they go, happy, happy birthday, happy, Anyways, it was just taking me far out somewhere just now, because that's what I think of when people process and talk to me about wanting to be happy. See, you can get happiness over here, but happiness doesn't come with peace. But if you get your peace, that comes with happiness. So look at it like you can go out and buy toys from the store, right? But anytime you get a Happy Meal, it's going to come with the toy. It comes with it. It goes hand to hand together. So when you start understanding these things, people use the happiness as a way to suppress every other emotion because they only want to experience a spiritual high. That's what you have to look at it when people are running around saying, oh, I just want to be happy, I'm looking for happiness. No, motherfucker, you should be wanting to be in a peaceful state. You should be searching and looking for peace within you. And then what happens is once you find it within you, or you create that realm within you, it projects outwardly. So that means your car will start to become a peaceful space, your house will become a peaceful space. Even if we got these demons doing what they do, fucking with electronics, do blah, 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 doing all those things, on a percentage scale, because I look at everything on a percentage scale, you are creating a much more peaceful environment as far as from like a 60 to 70% range on up. Anytime you're working on these things, you always want to keep your percentages above 50% when you are trying to process like information like this. Because that's going to be something that's huge and it's going to help you in the long haul. See, a lot of these people want to keep talking about happiness, happiness, happiness. So that's no different than the people who listen to XXX, Lil Peep, all these people who like to be in sad energy, depressed energy. You know what I'm saying? Almost to the point to where it's putting you in an emotionless state. You see what I'm saying? So like when you get to the spaces, you have to understand that. Look at the energy as like how they got that little recycling thing, how it has the arrow. It's like a triangle. It's an arrow, then it points to another arrow, go this way, it points to another. It's showing you the cycle and which way it should flow. Look at the energy and how we express our energy and emotion the exact same way. You know what I mean? And what kind of made me feel like this has to be touched on is because a lot of us, when we get punched in the stomach in a fight, people like, oh, fight him back, get him back. You could be in the middle of a fight, but it's like at that time, you trying to recover real quick. You know what I'm saying? So that way they don't come at you and pounce on you even more. If you don't recover fast enough from that one blow, then they can unload a lot of things on you right there. So that's what we have to do as far as like being mindful, like, and stop being so concerned as far as, well, they are concerned about all the wrong things. That's why it even got me into this subject about how they are suppressing. They chasing a happiness high, and we're creating a peaceful realm. They're creating a happiness high, we're creating a peaceful realm. This happiness is going to come and go. You know what I'm saying? If you're a smoker, it's only but so much you can smoke before your blunt go out, before you got to repack your bowl. You know what I'm saying? If you're a drinker, it's only but so much you can drink before your liquor run out that bottle, you know what I'm saying? Or before you run out of taking shots, or whatever it is that you choose to do. But everything that they have to experience, they are like that song that came out, they're literally like track stars. She's a runner, she's a track star. They are literally the definition of, don't look at it like physical running. They are running from within. They've already been doing a lot of things that doesn't bring them substance. It doesn't bring them any kind of love or peace. So when they've been operating in a realm that's more chaotic, they're more used to being scrambled, when people actually get a sense or a dose of peace, it becomes scary to them because they feel like they constantly have to be engaging with this 3D realm. I was just talking to somebody else about that. Like, the people who chase the happiness high will always be the people that say like, oh, I'm bored. And boredom is not a real thing because we're always active in our spiritual realm. So I even teach my daughter that we're never bored because we're always active. You may not be engaging with this 3D physical realm because you're in this realm. We in multiple realms, but we're in a core 2 realms, the visible and invisible, physical, metaphysical, you know what I'm saying? However you like to use your wording. But you gotta understand, like, when you've been running and you've been chasing, so you got to look at the people who chase happiness is no different than a crackhead. They are no different than a meth head. The only difference is they just look a little cleaner on the outside. That's the only difference, is they look a little bit cleaner on the outside. But I'm pretty sure some of us know people who used hard substances and you would not be able to tell that they used hard substances because they've been doing them so long that they actually used the hard substances like a professional. You know what I'm saying? You could see some people do crack like the way some people brush their teeth. Like, damn, that shit just... They've been in it so long, their body just needs it. It don't have the same, oh, I need to pick you up 1,000 feet high for you to get some kind of feel or vibe of what's actually going on. You know what I mean? So just kind of understanding the difference between the language and how people use these things. You know what I mean? And of course, it's going to be hard to kind of communicate this stuff outwardly to people or talk about stuff that's meaningful with substance because they only want to be happy. So that's another reason why it's hard to talk about important things and valuable things with people who suppress their energy and emotion, you know? But the difference with them suppressing and them running, their fruit is always falling out their pocket, you know? So as they're running, it's showing all the bullshit that they've been doing and all the shit that they've been hiding and stuffing in their pockets. See, we cleaned our pockets out. So we running, it's a clean run. We may trip and fall over a branch or a stick or something or a rock. Something came out, but that's different. You know what I mean? And we don't have a whole bunch of like waste spilling out behind us while we're on the track. You know what I mean? Because even if we on the track, we understand, all right, we about to be off the track soon. I just need to push myself through. I need to keep on pushing through. That's the difference. We can be in a sad state and not live there forever. But that don't mean that because we're in a sad state, I cannot be there for 5-10 minutes. That don't mean that I can't be there for an hour. That doesn't mean that you have to work on trying to pull me out of a sad state right away. You know what I mean? When I get to experience all my emotions, it allows me to be aware and know that I'm a fucking spiritual being having a human experience. I don't want to start working on how to suppress this emotion, and then I got to work on how to suppress this emotion. Then I'm suppressing that emotion. Next thing I know, I am a robot. I don't know how to think for myself. I ain't with none of that. You know what I mean? So when people used to tell me when I was younger, like, you an emotional man. You emotional boy. You emotional nigga. I'm like, so what? I put these beaters on you too, and I guarantee you I'm still more sharper than you. I just ain't with all that witchy shit. I'm not with all that witchy shit. Like, the same way they can raise their temps and their energy, we do too from a more warrior, righteous perspective. That's why when it's justice seeking time, that's why we feel even more empowered. I gotta understand like how much power we really got out here. You know what I mean? It ain't about them demons who just got a couple dollars. It ain't about them demons who just got a couple dollars. You know what I mean? They can have their little couple dollars, but within, they empty. They dead. They still trying to figure out how they can put chips inside their bag because our bags is stuffed. You know when you go to the store and you bust open your bag of chips and it's like, damn, it ain't really that many chips in there. It's like they put more air in the bag than chips. Nah, with us, they opening that bag of chips, it's busting out the rim. We actually come in one of those plastic containers like the cheese balls that is filled to the top. Not a paper bag or a plastic bag or aluminum bag. Nah, we like them plastic containers that is stuffed to the rim. We got so much substance in there. They, on the other hand, They are the disappointment, the frustration, the upset. When you go to the store, you get your bag of chips, you go home, you bust it open, it's not one chip in there. You know what I mean? And then you can go to the store and take an empty bag back, but they're going to assume you ate them already. So the process, you know what I'm saying? Just being mindful of all of this, you know what I'm saying? We are not suppressors of energy. We learn to master. And just because I want to, you know, use my dominant masculine energy, or I want to use a little bit of my anger and frustration and mix it in with some of my other energies, emotion, when I communicate outwardly, I can mix my recipe however the fuck I want to. You can mix your recipe however the fuck you want to. Everybody want to tell us how we should mix our recipes when they are stealing our sauce. They are literally trying to steal our sauce. And if they can't steal your sauce, they're gonna wipe your ass off. They're gonna swipe left, swipe left, left, left. And now they're using all the music from a dead man. Like why? When people pass on to their next journey, stop. Just because the way the system is set up, stop listening to any new music that's released, because you're putting more money into the robot's pocket. If I die, guarantee you I'm not making new content. That means somebody else is using me and making money and profiting. And then y'all gonna watch it or listen to it because you're like, oh yeah, I used to watch him, I used to listen to him. Like, nah, fuck that. Stop funding the process over there. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be another one that come in place. We all just keep recycling each other as well too. You know what I mean? But I ain't wanna run it up too long, you know what I mean? They are suppressing their energy and emotion, which is why they're always so chaotic, scared, full of so much fear. They're always running rampant. We, on the other hand, we are mastering our energy and emotion. That's why when we get angry, we can explain to people why the fuck we mad. When we get frustrated, we can explain to people why the fuck we frustrated. It's not like we carry our energy all day. So you have every right to be frustrated, to be sad, to be angry. These aren't the spaces that we live in. But it's our job to acknowledge that we are in that energy and emotion, and it's okay. You know what I mean? Tapping everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.